Hi everyone, I'm JR.
And I'm John Paul, and this is Christian
HQ. Today we're going to be talking about how both of us being Christians has really strengthened our relationship as a father-son, and we haven't drifted apart through all of our years that we've been together.
And I've known many parents that once their kids get in that middle school, high school age, that it starts getting harder and harder to be parents and they start drifting apart. But we truly believe it's our faith in Jesus and God that has kept us from drifting apart and even made our bond stronger, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. So I started going to the church we were going to and really started to get into being a Christian and really following God when I was in 8th grade. And what's funny is a lot of father sons, when the son is younger, like elementary school and even the first couple years in middle school, their bonds are a lot closer. And as the son grows older, they kind of start to drift apart. But what's funny is even though we were super close when I was in elementary school and middle school, our bond became actually even closer after I started going to church with him and started really following God, which is funny because it's kind of the opposite of how it usually works.
Yeah, and I agree. We're even closer since we've really started going to church together more, talking about God all the time together, praying together, and it actually makes being a parent so much easier when you have God and Jesus in both yours and your son's life, because then you guys both kind of have the same goals, the same values, and it just makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, that's for sure. And of course, it hasn't been smooth sailing the entire time. We have, of course, our ups and downs, but it has made us so much closer as a father-son. And it's really incredible. I mean, just going to church, we haven't missed many, but missed a few. And just going to church all this time, and we've just grown so much closer together. And it's an incredible thing, really.
And it's kind of made it like on Sundays is our, something that we look forward to, going to church together, worshiping together. Now, we are pretty lucky. We did find a church that we really like, has a great pastor, Mike Ryard, that just happened to walk into my life at just the right moment when I was deciding that, I really needed to find a church that we would both like. And were you in 7th grade when he really walked in? Or was it 8th grade?
So 8th grade for me. He started going a couple years earlier.
Yeah, Mike just kind of walked into my work one day when I was talking to God, and I'm asking him to help me find a church that I could take my son to at that time, because I know how tough it is going to high school once you start hitting puberty and you got all these outside influences on you. So I really wanted to find something. And in the middle of me talking to God and asking him to show me the way, Mike literally just walked into the showroom floor, and we just started talking. Turned out he had a church, and I'm like, what the heck, I'll give it a try. And I started going, and I really liked it. And then just out of the blue, JR's like, hey Dad, can I go with you?
Yeah, so how I started going was in 7th grade. 7th grade was a really hard year for me. I was going through a few different things. One of my coaches that I was really close to had just recently passed away, and that was super hard for me. And so I decided during that time that I wanted to start going back to church. Quit going to church a while ago because I just felt like I wasn't getting anything out of it. And so I decided to try a few different churches. And so I tried some, and I went to them pretty consistently, but I felt like I wasn't getting anything out of it. And so he finally convinced me to try his out. And this was about a year later. And so I tried his out, and that church was unlike any church I've ever been to in my entire life. It was truly an amazing experience, and I've never experienced anything quite like it. So one of the things that was so just surreal to me was our pastor, after he spoke for a little bit, and then after he got done speaking, he said we were going to go into worship. Now, I had no idea what this meant. I had never heard of worship before. And basically what he did was he just put on some Christian music. It was about 10-15 minutes worth of music, turned out all the lights, and just said, this is your time to get with God. And you can talk to him about whatever you want. You can pray, you can just tell God you love him, or you can just be silent. And during that time was truly a life-changing experience for me. And I've never experienced anything like that before, and it has completely changed my life as a result of that. And I've been a better person as a result of that. And I've been closer in my bond with him as a result of that.
Yeah, we even do a lot of worshiping at our house. Just we just put some music on and just worship with it. And it's truly having God and Jesus in your life as a parent. I believe it's made my job a whole lot easier. And just at the right time, God puts the right people in your place.
Always does.
Yeah, especially when you're praying for it.
Yep. Well, that's our video. That's our take on being Christians and our father-son relationships. We hope y'all enjoy the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all so much for watching. And we'll see y'all next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.